Trae. Come on. It's the day with Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peace that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. I get to welcome you to a terrific Tuesday, and y'all know it's terrific anytime I got my girl in the building. We got Jazz Scott joining me, Executive Director of Art Noir. We're going to be talking about their third annual amazing event that they have coming up, and you know I'm excited when she comes, so I'm just ready to dive into it. But I get to dive into it with you, y'all, because it's the top of the show. Right now is the perfect time for you to help us grow. All you got to do, okay, is share this show with other folks who you feel could benefit from our daily dose of dopeness. And you know what? I'm going to tell you like this. If you are somebody who's always sharing the show, thank you for that. If you're like, man, I'm always sharing it, the same people, I don't know, please start sharing it with other folks, co-workers, neighbors. You know, as you start building those communities, sharing this show is really the way that we organically grow here. So I want to thank y'all for that. If you can't watch us, always you can listen to us as a podcast version as well by just searching Converge Media Network and The Day with Trae, wherever you find your favorite podcast, and we'll be there. Okay. Well, before I get into it with Jazz, I get to say that, you know, this summer has been incredible. Y'all have been hearing me talk about the amazing events that are going on out there in our community, but there's also these vendor markets where I get my one-of-a-kind pieces from amazing folks. And most of them don't have brick and mortar spaces. And so the summertime provides a great opportunity to really tap in with local Black businesses. Now, y'all know this is a theme for us here at Converge Media because we understand the importance of uplifting Black business right here on our Black media network, okay? Now, for us, not only are we related to and know these folks and grew up with them, or maybe just became amazing customers of their products and services, but we also understand that we are uniquely positioned to help amplify their brilliance. And that's why I want to talk to you today about supporting our local Black businesses. Now, not only will we be talking about Art Noir later today, which is another locally owned Black business, but we also need to uplift those who are like pulling up with all their products in their trunks, setting up their whole booth so that you can experience the brilliance that they have to offer. And for those of you who are like me, who love unique pieces, one-of-a-kind pieces, specifically for your wardrobe or accessories or things of that nature, I'm telling you, it gets no better than these Black vendor markets that we see in the summertime. What I love is they're popping up everywhere, right? People are like, look, we got a square, come set up a few booths here. Oh, look, we got this corner, set them up, right? The brilliance of all of this is that it really is a foundationally a part of relationship building. So oftentimes we know a lot of these vendors and we're like, yo, pull up this Saturday. Let's just do a little pop-up market. The brilliance of it is this. There's a lot of people who come here that are from out of town, right? You know, money is good here. You know, you can make money here, particularly if you're in the tech industry or other industries that are booming here. It makes sense for you to come here and sometimes double or triple your income from where you were, which was whatever back home in another part of the United States. But one thing is for sure, not only can we connect when it's time to party, let's connect when it's time to circulate these dollars. And this is not only regulated to Black people and Black families, this is everyone. When we are all uplifting the brilliance in our communities and supporting our local economy, it goes a long way towards sustainability and generational wealth building for people right here. So I'm encouraging y'all. I get phenomenal pieces all the time. Shout out to my girl Nansari who got me this amazing one-of-a-kind piece. And I will say that when folks are asking me, man, where'd you get that? Where'd you find that? Oftentimes, it's somebody who has an amazing piece that I was able to buy at a black vendor market. So I'm encouraging y'all, before this summer is over, there are plenty of other opportunities to pop up on some of these phenomenal vendors and see what they talking about, see what they got to offer. You might get yourself an amazing accessory or something to accent your wardrobe, or maybe some amazing body butter out there, okay? So whatever it is that you're into, find a way to spend your dollars locally. And the local economy definitely appreciates you for it. Well, after this short break, up next, y'all, we get to talk to Jazz Scott, Executive Director of Art Noir. And if you haven't stepped foot in there, they definitely support Black business with phenomenal products right there in their shop. So definitely you want to get there. But after this break, she's going to be talking to us about this amazing event they have coming up. Y'all don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Here on Back to Basa, it's always been important to me that we uplift stories from across the region, and that no matter where you live in the nation, you never have to miss a moment of the show as we continue to highlight the beauty, excellence, and resilience of our communities across the Pacific Northwest. Why? Because representation matters. So no matter where you live, be it the Central District or Centralia, Portland or Pullman, or anywhere across the country, I encourage you to join me on this Back to Basa journey by downloading the free Fox Local app on your phone or smart TV as we continue to elevate the very best in our communities. Black caregivers, entrepreneurs, and elders, this one's for you. Queen Care is offering complimentary self-care services to those who give so much to their communities. Take a moment to restore, recharge, and be cared for with free wellness treatments at the Spa House by Queen Care. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Go to queencareproducts.com now to sign up or scan the QR code on your screen because you deserve the same care you give to others.
Hello, welcome to Elite Insights with Carlos Humani. We're looking to offer an in-depth look at event production industry through the lens of client experiences and joint successes. The podcast will emphasize guest interviews, focusing on client, discussing their fields, and reflecting on their collaboration with Elite Collective. Again, you're with Elite Insights. Carlos Humani here. See you guys in a few.
Welcome back, y'all, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now, we got Jazz Scott. We got to be talking all about Fade to Black. What's up, Jazz?
It's so nice to be back. You know, it's funny, as I was heading here today, I was reflecting on the fact that it's been 3 years since I've been here. The last time I was here, we were talking about our grand opening.
Oh my goodness. You know how time flies. That's crazy because me and you, we would get deep.
Right.
Almost every time you came on, we getting deep. So I'm so glad. Thank you for coming and sharing this with us.
I appreciate having the opportunity and the space to be able to talk about what we got going on.
You know, anytime you want to come and chill with me, you got it. It's on it.
We can do that here,
anywhere. But Jazz, you know, you have been able to now bring Art Noir not only to fruition, but to make it a foundation of the Central District again. Talk to us about how Art Noir is continuing that rich legacy of the Central District.
Well, you know, I really appreciate how you led with supporting Black businesses at the top of the show and what you guys are doing here at Converge to really support and uplift that. And that's literally at the core of what we're doing at Art Noir. We are a Black business that is supporting other Black businesses and Black business owners. Everything, you know, in our retail shop, everything that we sell is made by a Black creative, a maker, you know, and we ensure that they get 100% of the net proceeds of the sales of their products. We don't do consignment. We purchase up front. We work with them to create unique products that are offered to the community. In our gallery, we take a very low commission so that we can continue to support them and eliminate the barriers that a lot of Black artists and creatives face around finances and really being able to generate revenue. So that's at the core of what we do. We want to be that brick and mortar space that so many businesses don't have. They can kind of take a break from the hustle and bustle of those markets that you mentioned earlier and be able to say, you know, if you want to find some of my products, you can go find them at Art Noir. Yeah. And we do our best to make sure that we're representing their brands, you know, in the best way possible and are knowledgeable about their products, and we are marketing them and just all the things to make sure that people in our community know that there is a wealth of just Black brilliance out here and so many great things that you can find. So like you were mentioning, from skincare to apparel to accessories to things for your home, and of course art, we kind of have a little bit of all of those things.
You know, I just got to say how much I appreciate your model of business. I mean, we need these kinds of innovative, groundbreaking models to really make sure that our community stays rooted, particularly in the Central District, where it's become so unaffordable for many business owners to be present in that space. And so I think Art Noir really has made itself such a great anchor to that. But y'all are not only, you know, housing amazing products, but y'all are also creating experiences. And Art Noir has really become a space where amazing experiences are being curated all the time to amplify, again, that brilliance of Black community. How do you go about that process? I mean, you're coming from Langston, where you were always doing different events.
Exactly.
But now Art Noir is such a great extension of that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, programming is kind of what I do, right? And that's something that I love. I love being able to bring the community together with a lot of unique experiences, like you mentioned. And so whether it's directly inside of our space or even in the outside the public square, we're able to bring people in to engage with the art that we showcase in our gallery. During the spring and summer months, we have weekly programs and events. This past weekend, we just hosted Gary Hammond for the second year in a row and his band. And so we pack out that public square, and all for free. We offer these experiences to the community for free. And so for folks that might feel a little disconnected with the Central District because they have been displaced, you know, their family roots might be there, but they feel like they can't live there for all the different reasons. We invite them to come back and participate in community in that way. So we want to have, all these events and programs. There's dance classes, there's yoga, of course there's the marketplaces. Like I said, there's concerts. Later this month, we're gonna have just a dance party with Top Spin and Creole E. So just all the things. And at the heart of that, we're always kind of pushing the message of what the Central District means to us. There's legacy here, there's history here. And so even if you're coming to have a good time, you're going to get a little bit of history about what this community means to us. And that's why I enjoy doing what we do so much, because whatever your entry point to us is, we get to tell you a little bit about why we're here and why it's important that we're here right on the corner of 23rd and Union.
Yeah, and that continued education is so vital, particularly when the demographics of the neighborhood have changed so much. I think there are some, new residents of the Central District that really lean in to those opportunities to learn more about the rich history and the culture and legacy that the Central District does. And for those who don't, okay, fine, don't come or, whatever. But I love that those opportunities exist. So tell us a bit more about Fade to Black. I mean, my goodness, 3 years, it feels like it just went by like that, Jazz.
It did. I mean, sometimes I sit still in my office and I'm just like, are we really here? You know, we've done so much. And when I look back at 2022, when we had just opened, and just even what the space looked and felt like in comparison to what it feels and looks like today, the growth that we've made from that point is just incredible. It's mind blowing. And I'm just in it day to day. So sometimes I don't always take the opportunity to sit back and really think about what we've done and the impact, but it's been huge. You know, one of the things that I want to say that we accomplished, which was always our goal from day one, is that we did purchase our space. So we own our space at Midtown Square, which means that we can't be displaced. So that was a non-negotiable. In order for us to be there, we needed to be able to purchase our space and not be displaced and fall victim to what we've seen happen over decades in the Central District. So we're there permanently, right? So that's one important thing. And so we're going to celebrate that. We celebrate that every day, but we will definitely celebrate that this coming September for our 3rd anniversary. And this year is the first year that we're actually taking our anniversary event away from our space, because we also are growing in that way. Our space can't accommodate a celebration of this magnitude, so we needed to take it outside. So we're going to be hosting our celebration at the Seattle Opera Center, the Tagney Hall. So that's right next door to McCaw Hall. And so it gives us the opportunity to really invite the public in, have a huge celebration. Of course, we're going to have a party. It's not going to just be a stale event. We always end with a party, a dance party. So we're really excited to be able to do something different. And our theme for this year is celebrating the spirit of collaboration. Nice. So we're actually acknowledging some people within our community who have been incredible collaborators with us, and we'll be giving them awards and acknowledging them on that evening as well.
My goodness, y'all know how to get down. I just say, I don't get out much, but I have definitely been in the presence of, right? And knowing really, again, that it's in you, it's not on you. You exude that so well, Jazz. And I'm always so grateful for your example in our community of being a real pillar of keeping the culture thriving here in the Pacific Northwest. You're incredible at it. And you and your brilliance. I mean, I didn't know that y'all purchased the space, so that's huge. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a huge feat, but it's also like there is this constant understanding of what it means to be a cultural hub and community. And I really appreciate y'all's intentionality to say we need to purchase the space, because we can't have it being that these owners are okay with us for now, and eventually maybe that's not the case. I really appreciate that, because it gives us another strong anchor that we need so much in our community. But okay, September, y'all are going to be celebrating 3 years. You got collaborators you're going to be uplifting. Of course, you're inviting community in. It's going to be a huge party. That's a great partnership with Seattle Opera to be able to use that space. Tell us a bit about what it takes in terms of the team that you have to make sure that all of these things that y'all are doing go off with, out of hitch.
Let me tell you, we small but mighty, so definitely have to shout out Taylor Roden. She's been with us since day one, really helping us shape the vision for our annual event. And so she's absolutely doing that this year again. I was really excited to bring on Jazz from Seattle, my girl, to help us with some of that event planning as well. Of course, our internal team, my mom, who's our founder, has really been kind of leading the charge and making sure that we're getting the support and the sponsorships that we need to ensure that we can do what we want to do with this event. And then just our staff, our marketing team, my assistant, Crystal, everybody's really kind of hands on deck to make sure that our day-to-day goes off without a hitch. And then we really are able to put on a successful event on September 20th.
Wow, September 20th, it's going down. That's a Saturday.
Yes.
What time will y'all be there?
So what we're doing, another thing that we're doing different is we're actually doing a whole dinner. And so we have 2 different levels that people can get their tickets at. So you can get a higher level ticket, which gives you dinner. You get a little wristband where you can drink as much as you want, if that's your thing. And then we have our main program, and then we'll have an after party. So for $250, you get all of that. Our dinner is going to be catered by Marjorie Restaurant, which does our catering every year. So we're excited that they're putting together a menu for a sit-down dinner this year. And then, of course, we have brown liquor once again. And actually, that brown girl will also be doing small bites. So if you get a $50 ticket, you still get small bites, you get the program, and you get the after party. So we're creating a full-on experience for people that's accessible at every level. And so you can support at whatever level that you want. This is obviously a fundraiser, but we want people that are connecting with us in whichever way to feel like they can be in the space. We want you in the space because the community is our collaborators, and we want to celebrate everybody. Obviously, we're highlighting some folks, but we're really celebrating everybody that has been in community with us for the past 3 years.
Wow, this is incredible, Jazz. And you got a phenomenal team. I mean, you start naming names, I'm like, absolutely, all incredible people.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I got to give you time to look right in the camera and let folks know how they purchase their tickets, whatever level they want.
Yes.
Let them know, get all the details so they can stay tapped in with y'all.
Yes. So if you go to artnoir.org, that is ARTENOIR You can find all the information about the event and get your tickets right there. On the top of the homepage, it says Art Noir Gala, so you just click that to get all the details. The event is Saturday, September 20th at Tagney Hall at the Seattle Opera Center, and we really hope to see you there.
Wow. Great work, Jazz, and congratulations once again. I'm looking forward to y'all's continued programming and continued opportunities to bring the community in and grow your collaborator list.
Absolutely.
I'm here. Consider me one.
You've been that.
Oh, we love y'all so much. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Wow, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. Amazing work happening right in our community. I'll wrap it all up right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Getting the scholarship really changed the conversation. It went from, I can do school in my free time and make it work, to I can only focus on school and I can be the best I can be every single day. I can soak up everything. I can read before class and make sure I'm not just learning enough to pass a test. Like, I could really pour all my time into school. That's what having a Seattle College Foundation scholarship did for me.
Black caregivers, entrepreneurs, and elders, this one's for you. Queen Care is offering complimentary self-care services to those who give so much to their communities. Take a moment to restore, recharge, and be cared for with free wellness treatments at the Spa House by Queen Care. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Go to queencareproducts.com now to sign up, or scan the QR code on your screen, because you deserve the same care you give to others.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Wow. Just straight inspiration abounds in today's episode. Huge shout out to my guest, Jazz Scott, for being here, Executive Director of Art Noir. And you heard from her herself that this is now an anchor in the Central District community. As they have purchased their space, they are going to be celebrating their collaborators at their Fade to Black event, their annual gala and fundraiser. And I'll say this, for those who put parties together, they gonna do it like no other, all right? They got the right partnerships to make sure that this event is not only a night to remember, but a night to come out and celebrate the amazing, rich continuation of legacy and history that really makes the Central District what it is. We need more of these institutions owned by us, right? To really make sure that we don't go anywhere as rising costs happen, that we have anchors and pillars in our community that are truly institutions that are always reflecting that rich legacy and history. And I'll say that, I'm excited because having been on the journey with them, it's just beautiful to sit back and see it all unfold. And, not only is this about Jazz and her leadership in terms of excellent programming and making sure that there's always opportunities for community to tap in, but continuing that education for some of those new residents of the Central District. So there is a constant connection for all to really be in space, be together, celebrating, learning, and definitely getting some amazing products and art. Thank y'all so much for watching today. Make sure you get to that website, get your tickets today, whatever level you can purchase. Ultimately, the goal is for you to be a part of this amazing celebration, their third year, as they are looking to not only continue their doors, staying open for all of y'all, but to make sure that y'all are a part of their celebration and their uplifting of all their collaborators. Get your tickets today, y'all. Don't delay. And if you can afford that dinner and maybe purchase a ticket for somebody else, do so, okay? This is your opportunity to make sure those dollars stay spread locally. Thanks again for watching, y'all. Of course, I'll be back with you tomorrow. Until then, at 11 a.m., peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.